Boom. What's going on? Hannibal here at the Pedro and Hannibal podcast. Welcome, you guys. Happy holidays. Hope you guys
Yes.
are doing very, very well. My name is Hannibal. Obviously, I said that earlier. I'm with the man we call Mr. Bet on You. Mr. I don't
Hi,
like holidays. I
Mr. Grinch.
hate the Grinch.
Mr. Grinch.
The gig economy dude,
Yep.
professional content creator.
Nope. No,
He doesn't
stop.
need
Stop.
the man does not need any foreplay to get the stuff done, to get the job done. No foreplay. He just jumps right in.
I go.
Pedro,
I
how are
go
you
right
doing?
in. No foreplay. My lady just has to be ready at all times. Let's go.
How are you doing this evening, my friend?
I'm great, brother, man. Been looking forward to this conversation because we got some juicy topics that my man Hannibal put together as he does, and I think you guys are gonna have a good time tonight. We want to hear y'all's opinion on these things we're gonna talk about, and I've been gearing up ever since I knew this was happening. So let's go.
I'm happy as well. It's been a long, long day. So it's always
Yeah.
good to end the day talking to one of my really, really, really good friends and hanging out with you guys. I see Levi here. I see Hector. Wala's here. Matthew's in here. Appreciate you
What's
guys
up? Yeah.
are in here already. And I hope you guys are doing well this holiday season. I know it gets a little stressful trying to get the presents and dealing with the traffic. Traffic over here has been absolutely bonkers.
Oh yeah.
You have in New York City, especially in Brooklyn, but New York City in general, we don't care about where we put the car or the van or the truck because I've been noticed. I talked to my wife about this. They know that the city has too many cars. They know this. We all know it. There's too many cars in this city. But you can't like say you can't buy a car, right? You can't I guess restrict that. So what they've been doing is basically putting out a lot of these city bikes, these rental bikes that people can get into and ride. I mean, that's great. But they're taking so much parking spaces away. They'll line up on the street, and I think they're taking about each set that all these bikes are located. They're taking about I don't know 4 or 5 cars that could be potentially parked.
Mm.
So now that's less places to park the car. So then you park the car on a fire hydrant. Well, you can get a ticket for that, right? Double park. You can get a ticket for that as well. But sometimes, even when no one is there, everyone's double parking. Traffic can't flow. Honking horns. People getting mad. So like we're doing it especially now because there's so much people buying packages. So it's the Amazon truck. It's the
Oh, I bet.
UPS
Oh
truck.
my, I can't
It's the
imagine. I
FedEx
see.
truck.
We got an Amazon package tonight. Girl parked. Well, actually, I think she was doing Amazon Flex because she was in her regular car,
Yeah.
and the dog was barking. I go out, I pick it up. Hey, thank you. And she's running across the street. Real easy for her. But in NY or certain neighborhoods, yeah, I can't imagine. Even when I'm doing and I'm out and I see like maybe a narrow street, you see the Amazon guy or UPS, they're just parking where they can, and I get it, but then like it holds things up. But I couldn't imagine in New York, a big city like that, like that would just be crazy, man. I
It's
don't have the patience for that. Yeah.
it is stressful. So and also please be nice to your delivery drivers.
Please,
They
yes.
are stressed the F out. We're ordering everything on these apps in terms of like, I mean, I am too. I am ordering a lot of stuff on Amazon. Sometimes I'm
Yeah,
forgetting certain
dude.
things.
My girl
Thing is,
ordered, we've gotten 20 different things, probably, I'd say, in the last week.
yeah.
And that, yeah, I mean, delivery drivers right now are making the world go around, y'all. Think
Oh
about
yeah.
it. Food being delivered, packages, they're making the world go down. If that shut down, the world would like, it'd be crazy. So
Yeah.
shout out, Hannibal's completely right. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to them. They're working hard, trying to get all your packages, all the goofy things you're buying. So just be really nice. That's just my little public service announcement. But um we all, it's funny. Sometimes we have a routine. Like usually we talk about what we have listened to before we jump into the really spicy topics that we're gonna be talking about. We have a few that I think is gonna bring a lot of conversation. But
Yeah.
have you been listening to a lot of stuff? I know you've been extremely busy as well. Have you been listening to anything
Man,
of note?
damn it, Hannibal. I was hoping you weren't going to ask me that because I was actually driving home tonight and it was like 5 or something, 5:30. I was like, damn, what are we going to talk about what we've been listening to? Because I have not been listening to anything this week because I just been in like a different zone, and I just haven't. Because when I've been driving, I've either been on the phone or maybe recording something or, you know what I'm saying? Or just wanting some quiet time. So I have not listened to any real music this week at all. So
So I've experienced this as well. Sometimes when I drive my car, sometimes I'll go through a whole trip and not listen to anything, not radio, not a podcast, not music, and I'll be totally fine with it. I don't know if you have experienced that. Sometimes you get in your car and usually you want to set up a playlist or you want to turn, but sometimes I'll get in the car, drive, and not listen to anything. So I think that's
No,
also a good
listen.
thing too.
I mean, sometimes I want the quiet. Sometimes I want to be like I'm thinking about something or I got something going on. And I need to like, and then other times I want to completely zone out in a different way and listen to some good music to get either hyped or motivated or whatever. But this week I've been straight, like nothing in the car going on at all. So yeah.
So the one album that I've started listening to, actually last 2 days, I'm a big fan of the of West Side Gun. The rap group Griselda, I think that's how you pronounce it, with Benny the Butcher, Kanye the Machine, and this album is called 10. Check it out. I think you guys will like it. If you like that Mobb Deep kind of Wu-Tang beats, the flow, and he has a lot of really good features on this album. And West Side Gun, yeah, he sounds like a character. A lot of ad libs, the machine guns. He sounds like he has a high pitch rap kind of
Where's
style.
he from? Is he from Brooklyn?
Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo. So shocker to everybody watching and listening. Hannibal's listening to New York music. Go ahead, continue.
Buffalo though. Buffalo's too cold. No. That's like 5 hours away.
It is. Yeah.
I know. I like checking out Benny the Butcher's Instagram because he's a big Bills fan. The Bills are winning, so he's up there. All the Bills team know him. Von Miller, he's hanging out with all.
Bills Mafia goes hard.
Yeah, throwing snow up in there when they won. Like he's all in. So, but yeah, it's hard up there. Nobody being gangster and freezing your ass off.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. But his album 10, it came out this year. He has, I'm just gonna look through it. He has A$AP Rocky on it. He has Black Star, right?
Oh wow, okay.
He has Busta Rhymes on it. Raekwon.
Busta Rhymes? Raekwon?
Yeah. Ghostface Killer. Actually, there's one song where it's Busta Rhymes, Raekwon, and Ghostface Killer all in this.
He's got legends. He's got hip hop legends.
Run the Jewels is in this. Like a really solid album, 12 songs. I strongly recommend check this album out. The beats are good. Yeah, there's a lot of rap about killing people, but I mean,
it's fine. It's rap. It's rap. It's okay. It's fine.
3 feet of snow up there.
Listen, if you're in Buffalo, you're probably killing people too. So it's cold. Come on, let's just be real.
But yeah, I'm a big fan. I've been listening to this album. I enjoy it a lot. Yeah, are you gonna listen to some like high level lyricism? No, but he has a lot of really good A-listers at this point of rap.
Listen, you mentioned Busta. Can we get a Busta Rhymes album? Can we get? I mean, is that? I feel like he's been talking about it, and he's trying to get Dre or somebody wants a big producer. What's going on with it? Do you know anything?
He had an album come out recently, maybe 2020.
2020. Okay, well, I missed that. I haven't.
Extinction Level Event 2. I don't remember Extinction Level Event. That came out in the 90s. Yeah. He still has it. Yes, he has some decent tracks on there. Very underrated. Like in terms of legends, a lot of people don't put Busta Rhymes up there, but he's definitely a legend.
For sure, 100%.
And he's still up there, still doing this thing. One minute he's fat, next minute he's roided up, shredded.
Big, dude. It's like Timbaland and Dr. Dre and Timbaland are all like the same body type. You know what I'm saying? Like they got big, they got fat, they got big. So I think they all have the same trainer or coach or steroid dealer. Who knows? But,
it's the HGH, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, Pedro. I'm getting around that age. I mean, we're around that age. If we make it, we start making some money. You know what I'm gonna do?
Oh, so Hannibal's promoting steroid use, and he says he's gonna get pumped up.
Get that HGH, man. But
bro, let me tell you something. I would look silly as a big man, so I don't think, regardless of money or whatever, like I would never do something like that. I don't even go to the gym. I'm just not my thing. Like, nah. Well, I'm good with being. I've basically been the same size since. I'm bigger now than I was when I was 18, but I'm basically the same size. So, and I'm good with that. And I'll be that when I'm 60 and 70 years old. And I'm fine. Well,
we all can't be thin like you. We get fat, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to get muscle bound, like looking weirdly big. But HGH has been really, really beneficial to when you get to that age and you get more energy. The only thing I'm worried about is my dick. I don't want any kind of issues because I know when you have the steroid stuff, your balls shrink and your dick don't work.
I'm
And
good.
I
I'm
don't
good.
want my dick is very important to me.
Yeah,
I
mine
don't
too.
want any of those kind of like side effects.
I'm good. I don't need to look like The Rock. I'll just stay how I am. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, because The Rock
'Cause
definitely doing something.
The Rock
Like
is definitely. If you look at a
you don't want to
picture of
say
The
it.
Rock when he was like 25, when he was in the WWE or F or whatever the hell they call it,
Yeah,
that's when he should be the peak male. You know, you were 25, you got everything, and he was like big, but he wasn't
he was
defined
like
in some.
Samoa. He is
He
Samoa
was
big.
some yeah, Samoa big, exactly, which looked good.
Yeah,
Now he's like 50 something, and he looks not human. It
he's a
doesn't make sense.
beast,
The beast.
and he works hard. It's not.
His legs are the
Yeah,
size of my body. I
yeah.
mean, it's incredible. Yeah.
Hey, listen, props to him. And no, I mean, he doesn't want to admit that. I don't know why. I think he thinks it's something. It'll be something to his public image. 'Cause I know Joe Rogan was talking about that a couple weeks ago. He's like, yeah, definitely the Rock. Obviously, a man, you
Obviously.
don't become stronger and bigger and faster as you get older. It doesn't work that way.
No.
But you know,
No.
another person that no one really talks about in terms of like reversing the age, like just reversing time, Tom Cruise. Have you
Oh
seen some of his
yeah.
videos
You know what? I
recently?
actually so I recently, I think I maybe talked to you about it. I saw the
Maverick. I know he's
Maverick, and I thought
yeah.
it was good. It was good. It was, very popular, one of the top movies of this past year. Did very well at the box office. It was a good movie, wasn't bad, but he don't look right. He doesn't look good to me, in my opinion. He's definitely doing something. There was either some CGI or he's getting a lot of Botox or some kind of plastic surgery, and he's like 75, and he doesn't look 75.
I'm gonna
Like
look up his
it's
age right now.
he's
I
60. I
would
know he's
I'm a
60. He has to be
I
60.
will let me look right. I disagree. I think he's for a man of his age, he
Yeah.
looks good
See,
for his
but
age.
you're right. You're right. He does, but it's too good. It doesn't look natural. Is my point. And
He
I
is
know he's got to
60,
be pushing. What is he?
he's 60 years old.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. My dad's 62 and he looks great, but he looks like a normal great. Okay, my dad looks phenomenal. If y'all saw a picture of my father, you'd be like, "Damn, looks like my brother." Right? Takes very good care of himself. He's my, my dad's only 1 year older than Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise just doesn't look right to me. It's just my opinion. I think it looks too fake. I don't like it, and I don't like it. I would compared to like women. I don't like the women that are all done up, the fake tits, the fake ass, all the makeup, the fake eyelashes. To me, that's gross.
It's
To
overdone.
my personal preference, it's
Yeah.
overdone. A little bit of that can be okay. And
Yeah.
but Tom Cruise is compared, I compare him to a woman that's like that. It just doesn't look right. So
Levi's asking how old I am. I'm 38. I'll be 39 next year. God, it's over. It's over. I disagree. You're a hater. Tom Cruise is
I'm a hater.
amazing.
I'm a hater.
This dude is skydiving. He is flying, jumping out of planes. He's doing I think Mission Impossible, another one, doing all of his stunts. I don't know about that Scientology thing. Maybe it's actually the answer. I don't know. Like a
No,
man
it's
that's supposed to do
impressive
that.
that he can do what he does. Yeah, I don't want to take that away from him. I just physically the way he looks is just weird.
I'm sure he's
But
taking
I mean, that guy for his age, how he's taking care of his body, it's fun. I mean, it's
yeah.
impressive. It's
Yeah, I'm sure
definitely,
he got the face. He's getting his face done. I'm sure he got the plastic
yeah,
surgery. I'm not even arguing. I think being 60 years old and jumping out of planes and still
it's
being
amazing.
happy and want to do action movies because like who's
Yeah,
still doing action movies except for the Marvel cartoon crap where everyone's
yeah,
wearing the goofy outfits that's behind a green
yeah, like the
screen.
green screen stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, nerds like me are putting all the cool stuff behind them. Tom Cruise is like, no, I'm gonna actually jump out of a plane right now. It's gonna be me, not my stunt double. That's pretty impressive. I don't know. I ran
yeah.
on a tangent on Tom Cruise, but
No, I like. I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan, but I do like the Mission Impossibles. Some of them are pretty good, and Tom Cruise is really, really, really good at making like certain types of movies, right?
yeah,
And it is what it is. But he just looks. And when I saw Maverick, I was like, something didn't seem right. But the movie overall was good, so I watched the whole thing, and it's very rare nowadays I can get through a whole movie of anybody's movie. So I
yeah,
wasn't, it was decent.
yeah. Dash and Trader says The Rock. Yeah, definitely he's doing something, and nothing wrong. Hey,
Yeah,
do you as long as you're not getting steroid raged up and doing anything. Michael Jackson, that's another one. He
dude,
does
he's
not
a
age.
beast. He's a beast,
Yeah,
man. He's
yeah.
a beast.
I
And I
wish
think I think this guy, Michael J. White, like he put down all these guys who we've been talking about, the Rock, Tom Cruise, whoever else. Like he's a legit martial artist and a true badass. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm sure he's not doing too much stuff. Koala asked a question. no makeup is okay with y'all. Only maybe when they going out on a nice dinner or something. I don't mind.
Mhm.
It's interesting. Most of the women I've been in relationships with or like serious, they all have dreads. So I don't know, I guess I have a type. They have dreads. They don't have a lot of makeup. I've been around people who've had makeup. I'm
Yeah.
not against it at all. I think it has to be some level of naturalness to it, right? Like you don't
Mhm.
want to look like you're basically putting on your entire face and you don't look the same when it comes off.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
I'm sure it depends on the occasion. If it's something super amazing and special,
Yeah.
you gotta look at absolute best. Yeah, go, of course.
Yeah.
Um,
I've dated both. Medicine is 90% of the time very just natural, no makeup, no nothing. And then there are occasions if we're going out or maybe if we're going to go to a particular function, maybe see family, she'll, put some makeup and things on and it like takes her definitely a lot longer than normal. But I've dated both and I prefer a little more natural. That's just me. I don't like all the done up. I don't like if I hug you, I got makeup on my shirt. I don't like that. I just little things like that. It's just my personal preference.
yeah, as long as you're happy, and take.
Yeah,
I do believe you should always take pride of your appearance, but sometimes it can go a little bit too over the top.
yeah. I think for
Jaywalk
me, it's
was
just the overtop kind of stuff. So
Yeah, Jaywalk talked about George Clooney. Yeah, there's another one, and most of it's his face because you got you. These are $1 million businesses, right? Within themselves. If you got to
yeah,
get some plastic surgery to keep your ability to get leading roles, then that's what you're going to have to do.
yeah.
Um, what's the dude that played High School Musical and he, you know,
Oh, Zac Efron? Yeah, something happened with him. He did something crazy. Yeah, I saw the memes or pictures of his face, and he's somebody that was like really into shape and like, got really kind of like real buff, like big, right? Like for his real toned up. But yeah, people were saying he got plastic surgery. It just doesn't look normal. It doesn't look natural. To each his own, like you just said, Hannibal. But like for me, if you got to do too much, there's an underlying issue like with you, I think. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? If you don't feel that secure in how you look and you got to go overboard and it's like super plastic surgery. I'm not just talking occasional Botox. I'm talking like you're going under the knife and you look like a completely different person. There's something else going on, right?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I think at
definitely.
least, but
Yeah, and at least for the actors and people who are in entertainment, they're doing it to maintain whatever they think is going to make them more money. But
mm,
for you, if you're not doing that, it's like what's going on, what's the underlying issues. And the problem is a psychologist is not going to talk to you. A plastic surgeon, most of them, they're looking to get paid. So it's like, well, if
yeah.
you're gonna pay me to carve your face up, I
Sure, yeah.
will. Like,
Yeah. There's,
um,
and I think I spoke of women earlier like listen, I love women. I do. I'm sure I've seen women and like they got fake tits and it's like, okay, yeah, they look nice, but like I'm just saying that's my preference. And I think sometimes when you do it too much, when I know it's not real, that's when it's a problem. If I can't tell and it just looks normal, I'm cool. Because some
yeah,
women can do it subtly and it's like, hey, to each his own. You want to look good, you got one life, you got one body, you got money, do what you want. But like when it's like over the top, then it's too cartoonish for me. So
yeah. So no like size G titties. Like that's just too big.
get out of here. No way, man. Listen, that's not my thing. Size G, I can't even imagine what that looks like, but like, no, I'm not interested. I'm good. Yeah.
Mm,
Hannibal, we know you like the big booties and I get it. But for me, I'm good. I'm
mm.
good.
I
I'm
mean,
good.
not. I don't want to feel uncomfortable when we like outside somewhere and then you walk into the bar and everyone, damn, the big titties.
Damn, that's some big ass tits.
You don't want to be
No,
a
I'm good.
distraction. But I totally understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring this up to Pedro because he can definitely have some insight with this topic we're going to bring up right now. Let me pop this up on the screen so you guys can check it out. Let me do this real fast. Okay, so I check out this blog every once in a while. It's called fatherly.com. They have some really good like topics about obviously raising kids and hanging out with your significant other and kind of some of the stuff that you go through. So I check it every once in a while. It's connected to Facebook, so I see stories. So this one I thought was pretty interesting because I guess this person is writing to the blog and saying, "Hey, my wife is a stay-at-home mom, and she expects too much of me when I come home from work." So I'm going to read a little bit of this. I guess he's writing to this person called Axe a Cool Mom.
Mhm.
And let me tell, break down some of the story that he has here. So he says, "Hey, Kuam, I work 60 to 70 hours a week at a stressful job." He should let us know what job that is, but all right,
Yeah, right.
stressful job. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Which allows my wife to be stay at home mom and take care of our toddler full time. I love my son, but on weekends, I mostly need to rest. I like to veg out in front of the TV. My wife says I should take him to the park and help out around the house. But we divide up the workload already, and those fall under her job description.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Okay.
She did the same thing when our son was a baby, asking me to change diapers at night when I need to get up early for work. Of course, I did it on occasion, but it can't be a regular thing.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
I didn't read this before this. This is well, we'll keep reading. It's not like I think women should all be housewives or anything. And I understand that my wife is sacrificing her career growth right now to do this. But we already agreed that making money is my responsibility. Childcare and home are hers. We talked about it at length when we became parents. I don't ask her to help me with my reports. So
Oh,
why should I do laundry? I
damn.
consider I consider myself an involved dad. My involvement just means working hard so we can afford the things we need and my wife can afford not to work. Do I
Mm.
have to take the kids to the park and empty the dishwasher? No, right? I'm tired. I'm so tired. And I am not even fun with the kids. Shouldn't I rest so I can be successful at my job? And this person name is Shane.
Oh, shame. Damn.
Now, I'm reading this a little bit.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what? Before I provide my, I guess my analysis.
Yeah.
Let what do you think, Pedro? Like you read that.
All right, listen. I love when I actually really this is no like I'm not talking shit. I love when Hannibal brings me something I don't know a lot about, and I didn't read the whole thing. Anyways, I like this. So, and also Hannibal knows, and some of y'all might know, Madison, my other half, she's a stay-at-home mom. Doesn't work. Okay, and I do all the work. I bring home 100% of the income. Right, that's how we have it. I wouldn't want it any other way. Neither would she. Our system is good so far for right now. We have a 17-month-old. Okay, we only have one kid together. So there are things that she does. There's things that I do. We have but then there's things that are blended. Okay, so Shane, I think his name is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him the clown award of the day, and this is why. Okay, so when he's saying job description, I think that's what he said for her
Yeah,
job.
yeah, yeah.
It's just a bad wordage. I'll give him a pass on that. But when he's talking about, I think he asked the question, should I take my kids to the park and unload dishes? Yes, sometimes you should. Okay. Your duty as a father is not just monetarily providing. Okay. I think you have to do both. Part of being a dad, in my opinion, this is how I run my house, and this is my opinion. There's every family will be different. You got to do what works for you. I think it's probably not working for them. I can't see that woman being very happy. That's my opinion. Yeah, just because you provide, you work 60, 70 hours a week, your kids don't give a fuck. They don't care. Your kids want
Mhm,
you to be there for them. They don't
mhm,
care what kind of job you have. They have no means of money. They don't understand what bills are. They want you to play with them. They want you to support them. They want you to show interest in things that they like. They want you to take them to the park, take them to a movie, things like that. They want to see you as a dad sometimes help support the mom. She's with the kids all day. That's a job. That's not easy. I come home sometimes and my girl's like, damn, can you take Ruby for like 20 minutes? And my response is, yeah, because kids are not easy, right? So I think this dude's delusional. I think he needs a little bit more balance. And I think his woman probably needs a little bit of help. And if you can't take what are you doing? Sleeping all day on Saturday and Sunday? You can't take your kids to the park for an hour? Like, to me, that's ridiculous. Do I believe there's some value in what some might consider traditional roles and things like that? I do. But I think he's like going a little too far with that. You got to spend time with your kids. Otherwise, you're going to be able to provide them things possibly. But if you don't give them quality time, you're not really being a dad, in my opinion.
Let's play devil's advocate real quick. I'm thinking in terms of first of all, well, I'll take a step back. If this is a legit letter that this man wrote, they're not going to last very long. So that it's going to be a shared custody situation. I just
Probably.
don't see. I think to have that kind of attitude, things are not doing. They're all stressed out. So I'm gonna try to look at this again. Try to examine this a little bit here. Now, Yeah, some of the wording he has, it doesn't seem like they are on the same page.
I will
Now,
say this though,
yeah.
before you get into it, because I know you're going to drop some gems on us. When he talks about under her job description, I don't like how it sounds, but I think there is truth there because there are certain things I don't do at home, and
Mhm.
she knows it, and then there are things that she doesn't do, and I know it. So I think having roles and having them defined is okay, but it doesn't mean that I think he's all the way right, if that makes sense.
Well, do you think that he has any kind of leeway when he says, we agree to this, and she is changing the script? We don't know. We're only getting one side of the story, but do he get a
Mm.
little bit of pass by saying, we agreed on this situation and she's trying to change it? And I don't think that's fair. Do you think he gets any pass for that?
I think he can feel that it's not fair, but if they're husband and wife, you got to be able to roll with changes and adapt and things like that. So if you should, as a good husband, in my opinion, if you need to offer a little bit additional support when you come home for, I mean, to do the dishwasher, like that's 10 minutes, maybe it's 10 minutes. So if you do things like that for your woman, she's probably going to help you out later on. Okay. And she's going to appreciate that for giving her 10 minutes. Right. So I think you can't be so strict in a relationship 100%. There has to be a little bit of wiggle room, in my opinion.
She said, I don't ask her to help me with my reports. So why I should do the laundry? It kind of feels like you're not in there practicing. You're not helping you practicing when I'm shooting the shots at the gym.
Uh,
Like, why are you gonna
I love that. I like that
shoot
you
at the
just said
gym?
that.
Like, yeah, he does not look good at
Yeah.
all in this one. It looks bad because yes, taking care of a toddler is really difficult. And regardless of how many hours you work, when you come home, you're gonna have to help a little bit more. That's just especially when they're young. When they get a little older,
It's different.
it's
Yeah.
much different. But at this time, you may have to take a step back and realize, like, should you work 70 hours a week? Is that helpful?
Good
Can,
point.
can you find a way to budget where she could still be a stay-at-home mom, but maybe you don't work as much? Because I think, like I said, I think this situation they're going to probably have to break up because the wording, the way he separated, and I don't know, was he prepared to be a father? He said he had a conversation about it, but does he really want to be a father? He
Yeah.
said he just want to be a guy that has a kid, but he works and he gets to home. He gets to go home, relax. She does all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Um, the fact that you have to be suggested to take your child to the park and
That's
be upset about it, like that's your
That's the
job.
problem for me because I think about, we don't know their relationship and their complete dynamics. We're getting a snapshot. But okay, let me play devil's advocate on the other side. You work Monday through Friday, 60, 70 hours a week. That's a lot of work for only 5 days, number one.
Yeah.
Okay. Do the math, y'all. Is that 12 hours a day? I mean, that's not good. But people got to do what they got to do. So you're off Saturday and Sunday. Let's just say Saturday is your chill day. You sleep in till 9 or 10. You're hanging out, whatever. You're watching TV. You can't spend 2 hours with your kid on a Sunday
Yeah,
to where the mom then has her own time.
yeah.
Come on, if you just do that, that probably really helps the mom. You're spending time with the kids. It's not asking a lot. Being a dad isn't easy, but being there and taking them and doing things, that is actually just a matter of effort. And I think the kid. I mean, you got kids, you got to do that kind of stuff. Being a dad is also doing things you don't want to do. Okay. Like you got to do things you don't want to do.
Preach, brother.
I take my daughter every Saturday. We go to a place called Little Gyms, gymnastics for little kids.
All right, I took my
Saturday.
son there.
Yeah. Saturday.
Yeah.
Every Saturday, bro. 9 a.m. So that means I'm up at least out of bed by 8, getting her ready, just me and her. Then we go to Krispy Kremes or Breadco and we get breakfast. So that's our 2 hours every Saturday alone. What does
Mhm.
that do? Madison stays home. She sleeps in or she doesn't. She goes running. She does whatever the fuck she wants to do for 2 hours. And then I get quality time with my kid. She loves it. Other kids are there. It's a gymnastics setting. It's tumbling.
Yeah, just
It's just
tumbling, just
having
running
fun.
around like
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
maniac for
It's
an hour or
fun.
so.
It's
Yeah,
fun. And we do it every Saturday. And we signed up for like the whole 9 month or something like that
nice.
session. And do I want to be up at 8 a.m. every Saturday? No, that's my first day off of the week usually. but you have a child, you got to do what you got to do. And
Sacrifice.
now I look forward to it. Right. So
Yeah.
stop being a lazy dad, Shane, and take your kids to the little gym once a week. That's what I
Yeah,
want.
Levi said he must be doing a really stressful physical job. No, he said reports, but maybe reports could be white collar, could be blue, but
It
I
could be.
don't know what he's doing.
He could be a construction guy or some kind of foreman or something like that, and he's hands
Maybe,
on. But it
but he
could
did
be.
say he said reports, and usually that sounds like a person that's writing reports or doing some kind of data analysis, maybe something like that. Maybe not data. If he's doing data entry, then he has nothing to complain about. But if you're doing some other some analysis, it could be stressful. I assume working with a lot of numbers. So no, he's not even doing anything physical. You
Yeah.
know, and it's I think it's a. I'm trying to find a way to look at it in both ways. This, in other places and cultures, I'm sure you're familiar with this, where the father has to work and work an ungodly amount of hours, and he comes home and he is exhausted. But I think, I think this is the disconnect here. The mother would know, yeah, dad worked hard, so they understand some of that. It seems
Yeah.
like she knows, and that Shane has more in the tank. That is not as hard as he's complaining. He seems like he likes to
point.
complain and whine.
Yeah.
So it's
Point.
like, no, I think you it's not as hard as you saying. You just don't want to do the stuff you don't want to do. You don't want to change diapers, which change diapers not that. What's the problem
Yeah,
with changing diapers?
I've done it. I listen. Madison has changed way more diapers than me, but I've done it. It's part
It's
of you
not
got to
that big a
do it.
deal.
You got
Just
to
some
do it
circuits.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Listen, let me just keep it a buck with y'all. Hannibal's a dad. We got dads in the chat. Let me keep it a buck. Your woman, if she's a stay-at-home mom, she is doing a lot. It's different. Whereas men, we're providing, we're doing a lot, but we can't minimize what the women and the ladies are doing and the women in our lives. Listen, take the trash out every once in a while, load the dishes, put the kid to bed, give him a bath, and then you have your adult time with your woman because she's going to appreciate that. You feel me? Like we
Yeah.
have to understand, like women find certain things that men do sexy, and we find different things that women do sexy. But women like when men are a little bit involved. It doesn't need to be a lot, but you have to just figure out ways to play the game. Okay. And Shane, if you can play the game a little bit better and take your kids to the park and do some things, you're probably going to have a little bit better of a time and you're not writing in these blogs. Okay. So,
Right.
I mean, come on.
Levi says he's probably not happy with his wife, and I think you're right. I think that's
Could
probably
be.
where it is, where there's some resentment there, and he's thinking, okay, I'm not 100% with this situation, but it is what it is. We have a kid, and I'm doing enough. You're lucky I'm still here. How dare you even question the fact that I want to sit there and veg out? And so you want to sit on TV, you just want to sit there and watch TV all day. He doesn't want to be bothered changing the diaper. Take the boys to the park. What?
Yeah.
So
Weird. Yeah.
Bobby has a really good one. He got a part-time job and he's exhausted after spending 40 hours with his other family.
Yeah, that's the thing, I guess. Yeah.
He's a Rolling Stone. It didn't matter.
Papa was a Rolling Stone. Yep. Yep.
I've seen some of that. Not with my father though, but other
not mine either.
Yeah. And Hector, really good. That's how I feel. I don't care who's doing what. I'm going to be the best example for my kid, which is busting my ass, providing for my family. On top of on my days off, spending with my family.
Yeah.
It's hard, right? Like, yes, it's not. Like you said earlier, it's a sacrifice. Do you want to get up that early?
Yes.
But I know when I had my son was a toddler, or at least a baby, my mom, my wife took a year off from working. No working. It was just me. But when I came home, when she handed me my son, I took him. When she needed some break, I took him.
Absolutely.
It wasn't even much of a question or a thought. It was like, I got to do it. There's times where I sat down tired and she needed something. And that's when you knew that there's a love there, right? Like you just get up, you be tired. Like you still want something, gotta get up. It's not even, it's like an automatic thing. At least to me, it's like, yeah, I gotta do this because
you're right, man. Listen, these kids did not ask to be born, right? Mm-hmm. So we need to be there for the kids. That means taking them to the park, taking them to a movie, playing a game with them, playing catch, doing an art project, playing a Nintendo with them, whatever they like. Like that's our role as dads. We need to be leaders, and the way we lead, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Everybody does what works for them in their household. Part of being a leader as a man, I think, in a family is you sacrifice some things, and you're there for your kids, and you show interest in things they're interested in,
Right. Of
and
course.
you do that, and sometimes it's going to work out because maybe you also like to play Nintendo, maybe you also like to play catch. But you know what? If your kid wants to grab the glove and play catch, if you don't like baseball, it doesn't matter. You go outside and you
You
play
gotta do
catch.
it.
You got to do it, right?
Yeah.
Because you're showing your son or your daughter the way. You're
If
you're, you're
your
being
daughter wants to play tea time,
you
and
do
it's the
it.
most
You do
boring
it. You
shit in the
better
world, you gotta sit
yeah.
down at the table and take that damn tea.
If your daughter wants to put pigtails in your hair, you goddamn right. I'm gonna let my kid do that because that's part of being a dad, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think this summer I went to the movies a number of times. Not one of them were my idea. Like none of the movies were I wanted. And
yeah,
you know what? I enjoyed all of them. All
yeah.
those CGI, all the movies that came out. All the only one we didn't see was the Buzz Lightyear because I heard it wasn't that good. But I've seen all, and it was a family thing. I don't order food at a movie theater. It's a scam.
Mm.
The box of candy is like $10.
It's
They're
crazy,
ripping you up.
crazy. It's crazy. I bring my
Boy,
own candy and stuff. That's what I do. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
unfortunately, boy walks in. Can I get the big bucket of popcorn? Can I get the pizza, the curly fries? I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm
Damn,
gonna
that's
spend,
$50.
and then he would eat the entire bucket of like he don't care.
Yeah.
But that it's a sacrifice. So I think he didn't want to have a kid, and he didn't want to be with his woman, and that's the problem. Like you notice when you've been out in the world and you see people who are so angry and frustrated and ready to fight, or just you can tell they probably were in an environment where there was parents that resented each other, maybe just one really tired single parent, and then
Mhm.
that filters onto the child, and then now I got to deal with this child or this child, an adult, giving me attitude or being aggressive,
Yeah.
because a lot of it is that foundation. I think that's the biggest problem. I think.
Yeah. Well said. Yeah, for sure.
Let me see. Yeah, Nova Dash, I agree. It is high. Yeah, it's highway robbery. That you know why? Because that's how they make money.
It is. It
Movie
is.
theaters only make money through the concessions. I don't think they make money through paying whatever to
No,
put
no,
that.
because they pay so much to get that movie into the theater, to
Yeah.
have it on so many screens. Listen, I've done both. I said I've brought in food, and then I've also spent a lot of money at the movies. We used to go to the movies a lot when my firstborn, Gabby, when she was younger. We used to go all the time. Like Hannibal talked about going to movies he didn't want to go to. I went to Katy Perry had a movie or something out like, I
Oh
don't know, 10,
no.
11 years ago. And I saw Katy Perry. I've taken my daughter to Miley Cyrus concerts when she was Hannah Montana. Like you do those things as a dad, right? But like I've spent a lot of money on movie. But listen, movie theater popcorn tastes good. I'm sorry, it just does, in my
I'm
opinion.
not a big popcorn person. It's not
I like
It's
it,
not
though.
filling. Like
I
it's
like
I'll
popcorn.
eat it. It was like, why am I eating this? Like,
Yeah,
where's the substance? But
yeah.
I mess with some popcorn. But and I'm eating it, and I'm getting fatter. Where usually I would literally go in the movie theater, order nothing, leave. All I did was spend money on the tickets. But now there's popcorn there, so I'm going in the box. It's
Yep,
pizza. I'm eating pizza, and now
yep.
I got to take HEH when I get older just to maintain this. So I'm gonna be like this, because
Listen,
I'm
bro,
lazy.
have you ever been to a place that had where you can order food and they bring it to you
Oh
at
yeah,
the
there's
movie
a really
theaters?
nice spot.
Yeah.
I don't know the Alamo Draft House. I know they've been bouncing. They have some theaters in other places, especially I think in DC or in Virginia or whatever.
Mhm.
It's kind of expensive, but
Yeah.
it's like a higher level of like the food is a little better. They serve you alcohol.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
I've definitely got myself caught up by lead know what I'm talking about. You get yourself caught up. But I don't like drinking too much alcohol because like I have to use the bathroom and I'm gonna miss the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Or I just go to sleep. Just
I'm lit.
pass out.
Yeah, it better be an interesting movie. And
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing is, I don't. Well, last movie I really enjoyed in the theater, I couldn't tell you. The Marvel movies,
Man,
I'm bored. It's not.
yeah.
I'm not interested in that.
Yeah. I don't go as much as I used to, but they're not making as many good movies, like I think
Yeah,
nowadays.
and
Everything's,
Avatar.
things are streamed now and things. Is Avatar's out, right? Did it come
Yes,
out? Okay,
yeah.
yeah. I'll probably just wait till I can get it and stream it and watch it at home.
It's
But
3 hours. I'm not. And
I
that's the
can't
thing with
be.
these Marvel movies. My back will be hurting after a while.
Yeah.
I'm like, geez, when is
Yeah,
this movie?
but you don't have the theaters where you got the recliner, you can lounge and lay down. We got them
It's
here.
they're still not comfortable. Like, I don't know. You know
Oh,
what? I don't think I sit in my house for 3 hours straight, like to watch anything. So it's
yeah.
like either way, again, my
I
back.
mean, the Avatar looks pretty good. The first one was pretty good. I
Yeah.
feel like it's been so long, so many years, but I'll check it out. But I'll watch it at home. That's how I'll do it.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, Nova. I knew it was trash. That's why I didn't watch that. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch that. It's a little bit too long for me. Okay. So do you want to? Actually,
Let's get into the Chris
yeah,
Rock.
we get into the Chris
Rock.
Rock thing.
Yeah.
So you guys checked out the title of this, and this came from probably the most like quoted, probably the biggest quote that Chris Rock has ever said out his mouth in terms of relationships, and it's from the Bigger and Blacker stand-up special, classic. I mean, the two classic stand-up specials that Chris Rock had was Bring the Pain and Bigger and Blacker. I think it came right back to back. This is when like Chris Rock was like the man, like he was Chappelle, right? Like no one could touch him, and he dropped some really good gems on both of those stand-ups. But he did this one. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be on YouTube. I'm sure it's gonna be copyrighted, whatever.
It's fine.
It's fine. Let's see. Type it in. Yep, they already have it. They already have it saved up for me. But I don't think we need the entire thing. But let me.
Well, Hannibal's looking for it. So let me ask y'all a question. Would you cheat if you had the option with the supermodel, your favorite actress or actor, your hot ass, fine ass next door neighbor? If you had the opportunity, would you do it? Just put your answer in the comments.
Ooh.
Yeah, juicy.
I mean, usually gonna say no, but
listen. We're talking hypotheticals here, people. Listen, just be as real as you can in the comments. Okay, all right, come
on. Let's see. See, that's a problem. Didn't I have it? Okay. Hopefully this is it. It's 3 minutes. I think this is probably it. Let me just make sure I didn't click myself off. Pull a Steve and knock the whole thing out. Shout out to Steve if he's here. And
so Grinder Levi says, I just say break up. If you really want to cheat on somebody, it ain't right. I hear you.
Oh, that's sweet. Nah, but problem is, see, Levi, you're too sweet. You know, when you marry with someone, you have kids, and you have either a home or you have property or you have things, finances connected. It's not as easy just to leave, right? And you want to still maintain your money and your lifestyle. True. Divorce is very expensive. So you know,
I've been divorced. It's extremely expensive. Yes.
I'm not giving a reason why, but I'm just saying it's not as simple as it seems. But yeah, you should break up, of course. Let me see if this you can hear this.
Basically, as full as his options.
Oh yeah, go back a little
bit.
Yeah. A man gonna be a man. A man is basically as faithful as his options.
Yeah. Oh.
That's how faithful a man is. No more, no less. And you see all these fat Republican guys going, I would never do such a thing. This is a travesty. I'm like, nobody's trying to blow you.
Oh, damn.
Ain't no 20-year-old girls trying to blow Orrin Hatch. Ain't nobody trying to get Newt Gingrich some. I don't give a fuck. You ain't never gonna hear Newt Gingrich go, man, I wish these hoes would back up off me. I wish they would just back the fuck up off of me. Let her play a play. Shit. That's right. It's damn near impossible for a man to turn down sex. It's hard for a man to turn down sex. If we can stop chasing it, and even that requires some rehab. But it's hard for a man to stop. Woo, return what? If it chases us, we can't run that fast. It gonna catch us. We're like, shit. Pull the hamstring. It got me.
All right. I think we got a good set.
You forget how funny. You forget how funny he is. You know, like with the voice, the theatrics. You know what I'm saying? The punchlines.
Remember that was the uniform for any black comedian.
Yeah,
you have to put on a full leather suit for some reason.
Oh my! Well, Eddie Murphy started that. He had the red leather. Leather. Remember?
Oh yeah. I don't know if you can wear that. You know what? These rappers, they could the same outfit. Yeah. Classic. I think if you have not watched Bigger and Blacker, go find it. If you have HBO,
it's hilarious. Go watch it tonight. It's so good.
I think all those HBO. I think it was an HBO special. Check that out.
Yeah.
But what he's saying true? Can you refuse sex? Dash and Trader, you're in here. Someone tries to have sex with you. Obviously, he's an attractive woman. Would you say no? I don't know if you're actually in a relationship. So, Nova Dasher, don't you know what? You don't get yourself in trouble, Nova. Don't answer. But if is it hard to say no that if a woman kind of they basically just blatantly ask if you're interested and you are in a relationship, is it an option thing, or men is only faithful when they're old and ugly? Joe, your thoughts?
Oh, damn it, Hannibal. All right, listen. I don't care who watches me. It doesn't matter. Madison's upstairs. She could be hearing me. I speak my truth 100% of the time. Don't care. I am who I am. Listen, there's something to be said with what Chris Rock was saying. Okay.
That should try to say you plead the fourth or the sixth. I don't know.
Yeah. Oops. I mean, okay. I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
listen, y'all. There is a lot of truth to what Chris Rock is saying. Now, he's being funny. He's a comedian, but these comedians know what they're doing. Okay. They're kind of like telling you hypotheticals, but like there's a lot of truth. A lot of men cheat. There are statistics out there that we know of. Okay, a lot of people get divorced because of cheating or financials. That's usually the two main reasons, right?
Right.
And most men are as faithful as their options. Now, you do have a lot of like maybe very faithful religious men and women that they would never do that, but you also have a lot of faith-driven religious men and women that also cheat. So, you can't always use that, right?
Yeah.
But I want to tell you this right now. Most men, more so men than women, but women as well, but more so men than women, okay? They're looking at other women, whether it's on porn, magazines. They got the what do they call it? Your wife, your work wife, okay? Yeah. Which is usually like a fine little girl or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like you got, you're fantasizing, like, I don't
know if you follow that story. These two there's two big anchors. I forgot what show some morning show.
Yeah, I saw it. They were both married.
They used to call each other work husband and work wife.
And then they were doing each other. Yeah. So listen, people cheat. We're all adults here, guys. Okay. I'm not saying everybody's got their own people cheat, men and women, but more so men. Okay. We're men. A lot of us are men here. Chris Rock's a man. He's talking about men. I think in a lot of cases, you are as faithful as your options. And I think it's just because you don't, I think we have to be willing to admit it would be hard to not want to do something with somebody you're attracted to. We're animals. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you do something, yeah, you could, if you're married, yeah, there's some sin there, obviously. But let's not act all like we're all innocent and blah, blah, blah. If, J-Lo or Margot Robbie or who's the other one? Olivia Munn. There's 1,000 actresses I think that are beautiful. I have a neighbor that's very attractive. Me and my girlfriend look at her. I'm like, damn, she's fine. We both say it. if she knocked on my door right now, it's like, Pedro, I've been looking at you since y'all moved in March. Yeah. You are a sexy man. Now this would never happen, but we're dreaming. I just need you right now. You don't think I'd be interested for a second? Come
over, Mr. Bet on You.
Come on. I mean, I'd have to at least be like, hey, why don't you come over for dinner and see what the wife's got to say? Like let's not be children here. Let's be honest, let's be honest about it, okay? And if I'm not saying I would necessarily do it, but I am only as faithful as my options, and I don't have women banging on my door, so it's not an issue for me. And that's me being 100% honest with you guys. So that's where I stand with it. So.
Yeah, I think because of men and our biology and how we are geared to trying to spread our seed as far as we can.
Yeah, that's we're animals, man. You're not wrong.
Yeah. One thing he did say is like we could stop chasing it, but it may take rehab. I think that happens. That helps when you get older.
Yeah.
So if I went to the bar and some overly like energetic girl or woman went up to me and was flirting me extra hard, I could probably say no for the fact that I don't know what her intentions are. And that's unusual.
No, it would be unusual. Yeah, because we're regular dudes. You know what I'm saying?
You're not going to scam me. You're not going to take me to your hotel room, get passed out, and my kidney is missing. So mine is like real paranoid. But I do understand the fact that when you're successful, you get caught up. Chris Rock got caught up. A couple of years after this, he talked about his last stand-up. I think he got cheated. I think he cheated on his wife, and they got broken up. So he, like he's saying the same thing that he kind of went through. When you have a lot of attention on you, that's where it takes like a Herculean approach to not engage with all these IG models DMing you. That's where you have real options. Us out here, us like regular folks, yeah, we have some few options here and there.
Yeah.
But these athletes, that's what they get caught up and get caught in these baby mama dramas. And I guess
Yeah,
like he don't care about the options. He's spreading his seed. He's trying to repopulate the earth somehow. But definitely the more attention you have, I know that we're talking about Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Shaq talked about he kind of was really honest. He said, "Listen, I ruined my family because I decided to cheat." Like we do it, and then we don't realize the repercussions of it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna ultimately regret it. But we are flawed human beings, men and women. So,
would you, in terms of someone cheating on you, how does that, like, if like I say for instance, or in your past when a woman cheated on you, how did you approach it? Did you say, you know what, you're a flawed human being?
I've never knowingly been cheated on. You know, I've never had to have that happen. So it's hard for me to have an opinion on it. But yeah, I'm sure I wouldn't love that, right? But I'm just speaking from my, based on the options I've had, and I've been in relationships where I've been in a relationship and I've had options, right? And I've done both, if I'm being honest. And it's, I'm a flawed human being, but I think Chris Rock, and we're talking about what he's saying, I think there's a lot of validity there. And I think a lot of men, just average suburbia dads, average dudes like Hannibal and I, you guys in the chat, cheat on their girls. And a lot of men do and don't get caught or get caught. And the ones that don't cheat stand out so much because they have so much integrity, like a Levi that's in the chat. And they're like, no, I wouldn't want that done to me. So I wouldn't do that to my woman. I respect that 1,000%. But I also don't think that that's the norm, in my opinion. I think a lot of men would cheat if they had the opportunity. And then some of them seek the opportunity out, and others might not ever seek it out. But I think if they had the opportunity, the likelihood of them taking it is very high.
I think that's why a lot of different cultures and obviously religions, the reason why they do the things they do, covering the women up like they're some kind of ghost, separating the sexes, the men hang out here, and they're trying their best so people are not effing each other, right? And destroying families. Like is it the right way? Depends on your culture and what makes sense for you. But that's why a lot of cultures do these extreme things, because they know how men are just pigs. And it's like, all right, we're gonna F everything. All right, you know what? Put this blanket over you, because if I see a sliver of your body, I'm gonna get an erection and I'm gonna ruin my family.
No, there's a lot of truth to that, man. Yeah, for sure.
Also, poly, like, well, not poly necessarily, but yeah, like marrying multiple women.
Yeah,
that's why that's set up that way. Part of it is, well, if you have 4 wives, she's is that enough? Like you should be able to not have to worry about straying. You have 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
That's a terrible idea, because 4 women nagging at you. You could be like Shane.
My girl watches the show. There's a show that has, I don't know if it's poly marriage, I don't know what it's called, but it's about,
there's a few of them.
But I've seen the one, I've watched some episodes with her, and the one guy's like dating and his wife's helping him pick up the dates out. And it's weird though, because I've watched some of these shows and it's like, damn, do they have it figured out? Have they figured this life out? Like they have this crazy family dynamic. It looks really positive on TV, at least.
Yeah.
But is there emotional? Like, are they all really straight? Are they good? Like, it's really, really interesting.
I would say, I know it gotta be really exhausting, especially the ones who have multiple wives, like you have 20 kids. You want to show that you're happy, right?
Yeah.
You gotta be stressed the hell out. Because you don't think you're meant to have that many kids and that many women to please. And these guys that look like regular looking dudes. And not The Rock. Like, if you look like The Rock, I'm like, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. But you look
I feel like it'd be fun for like a month. If I'm being honest, I feel like it'd be like, hey, think about it. I got a couple of beautiful women. I got all these kids. People are loving on me. It's like a house full of love. But that's got to be stressful, like you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. When I was younger and more hornier, I'm like, I will have no. I don't want another.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I can't.
Not
I can't keep up with 4 women. Get out of here. There's no way. There's no way.
4 different people having a problem, and they need to
No way.
talk to you today about it.
No.
Like, no.
Well, but you're looking at it like the problem, which is reality. Those things happen, but you also have 4 women, or maybe just 2, that love you and care for you and do things for you, right?
Yeah.
So there's a positive side to that. There
You
has
know
to
what?
be.
And we can talk about the poly stuff. I think it's different folks. I know, like in this culture, in New York City, more acceptable around here. Like it's not a crazy thing. But if you went somewhere else, we went down south or in a Bible Belt, they would look at you like you got 2 heads.
Yeah.
But I would say it's honest. It's a good thing to have honest conversations because you may need to be more proactive on how you should handle things. So I looked this little photo here. I'm gonna show you real quick. This is part of the manosphere, the red pill type nonsense. But this thing right here, where this guy put this here, he says your girlfriend shouldn't be talking to her exes, any guy best friend, any man who likes her, any man who liked her, any man who she used to like, no exceptions. This is not being controlling. This is called having boundaries and being a self-respecting man. I don't know how you control that. Anyway, even all those things, there's no way you're gonna stop.
There's too many like what ifs in that. You know what I mean? Like
yes,
there's a lot there.
But if a man wanted to really try not to cheat, he needs to put his own boundaries, right? Like, can you just be a free flowing guy and not fall in these traps? But if a man doesn't want to cheat, I think, or at least in my opinion, he would have to really put a lot of boundaries on himself and not put himself in certain situations, right? Maybe you don't get too drunk at something and where you go out. You were around friends that are doing that. Do you hang out with them?
Yeah.
That's the only way I can think of trying to not get yourself in trouble, because usually it's circumstances, it's certain situations you're in, and then bad things tend to happen, or good things. Depends on how you look at it.
Absolutely. Yeah, but you're right though. You have to have boundaries and know what to do and be communicative with your partner, and not put yourself in situations that could compromise your integrity or your morals or whatever, right? And we have to self-discipline ourselves in that regard, right? So
definitely. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? I think it's really...
Listen, the chat's going off right now. Like I like the chat because they're talking about crazy things. I like that you guys are actually communicating with each other, because that's right. That's what the live chat's for. So keep going. It's good. Everybody be respectful, but I like that there's back and forth. That's good. So I appreciate you guys doing that.
And well, I don't know what's going on. Levi said, "Who mentioned anal?" I don't know what's happening in the chat, but as long as you guys
it's
are
good.
No,
it's good. It's
all
good.
right. Don't get yourself in trouble here.
It's all love.
But you definitely want to make sure that you're putting yourself in the best positions. Depends on what you have, and then try to find ways to think about, okay, if consequences for your actions. Really, when you're younger, you don't think about that. In your 20s, you don't think about that. But as you get older and you have families, it's going to be tough if you go and you fall, especially if you're in a monogamous relationship. You signed up for this, so it's like you gotta go through what monogamous relationship is, meaning that you don't stray. But like you said, being a man, it is difficult. It is.
I mean, let me listen. The question, the description, the topic, right? Is a man only as faithful as his options? I think for me, the answer is yeah. I think a lot of men are. Not all men. I can't speak for all men, right? But I'm saying I'm generalizing. I'm speaking in majority versus minority. I think most men are only as faithful as their options. I do believe that.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to relationships or temptation, right? Like there's a bunch of dumb Netflix shows. It's all about Temptation Island, Too Hot to Handle, where you are placed in positions where you probably are going to stray, because that's the position you're putting yourself in. It's kind of similar with money. There's so many people out here getting in trouble, like that guy that took all that crypto money, the FTX guy.
Yeah.
Imagine having all this money coming in, and then thinking that you can take advantage of it and try to make more money when you could have just took what you had and enjoyed it, but you wanted more. You want to be more powerful. That's temptation. How do you stop that? How do you use, hey, listen, I'm in a good spot right now. I don't need to cheat and lie. A lot of us, it's hard, right? Like if someone put a lot of money on the table and say, if you do this one nefarious thing, you take this money. So a lot of people that would not say no to that. Some people were like, I'll try it because the temptation is too strong.
No, you're right, man. And I've made a lot of mistakes, right? And I've learned from most of them, but I'm still a learning man. I'm 41. I'm still learning certain things, learning about myself, learning about people around me, how to be a better father, how to be a better boyfriend, a better son, a better brother, right? I'm still learning that stuff, but I made a lot of mistakes, right? But like, I've learned I'm okay admitting like my faults and saying, I don't know how I'd react. I don't know what I would do if somebody put $1 million on a table and say, hey, Pedro, I need you to do this. That's a lot of money. I don't know. I've never been put in that situation. I don't know what I would do if J-Lo knocked on my door and said, I need you right now. I need 5 minutes. Fuck, get out of here, guys. Come on. Like, let's be real. Now that would never happen, but we're talking in hypotheticals, right? So, I mean, come on.
Well, and also it's like, if she needed 5 minutes, you're good to go because you don't even need to do foreplay.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. My girl probably wouldn't even wake up. She's sleeping 5 minutes. I'm good. Like,
you trained your whole life for this moment.
I'm saying, think about, you guys ever seen The Wolf of Wall Street? Margot Robbie, she slides the door open. She's butt naked. Leo's sitting there like, oh my God. He was a married man at that point. And I would guarantee 99 out of 100 married men would have done the exact same thing that Leonardo DiCaprio's character did in that movie. And if you're saying different, you're lying. That's my opinion. So just saying.
Makes sense. I totally 100% agree.
Yeah.
We try not to put yourself in bad positions.
And he put himself in a bad position. He went to dinner. They had drinks. She says, go ahead and come up for a coffee. And he's like, yeah, I'll come up for coffee. You know what coffee means, right? So you don't put yourself in that position, because once you're in that position and she opens the door and she looks how she looks, you're done. 99 out of 100, y'all, are completely done. And I promise you that.
Yeah.
So you don't, like Hannibal's saying, don't put yourself in that position.
That's the only way it can work.
Yeah.
You could try to rationalize it, but when you're in that moment, especially if you are inebriated, you're not thinking straight anyway. You kind of still, you're thinking with the reptile, primitive brain, part of your brain.
Yeah.
You're not going to be like, well, what about my family? Or what about the divorce going to take all my stuff?
Nope.
You're not thinking about it. You're just thinking about titties. And that can get a lot of people in trouble. Just think about all of the damn athletes, actors, anyone with a lot of power. Jeff Bezos, I don't know if he cheated. He probably did.
Oh, he cheated, got divorced, and gave his wife like $50 million or whatever. Yeah.
Billion.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Or billion. Yes, billion. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Billions of dollars because he wanted some scattered ass. So you got to look at it in both ways. And I've been around women who've cheated and men. It's, like the saying goes, women are better at hiding it. Men are dumb. They don't clean their track. The level of sophistication when a woman does it is not on level when a man does it. A man does it. It's sloppy. It's like you left the porn the VHS tape in the damn VCR. Like you
VHS.
all know,
what are you talking about?
Well, yeah, right. What's that? In the Betamax or whatever. Like you're caught.
No, I hear you. Yeah.
So I think that's the whole point.
I don't know what. Listen. Levi's going on. What's Koala saying? When y'all cheated, did you? Whoa! We going deep here, aren't we? Okay. I don't know. She's not talking to us. She has to be talking to the chat.
Okay, because you mean like You mean like strap it like protection?
I mean, listen. I'm 41. I got 2 daughters. I had a daughter when I was 19, and another kid when I was 40 years old. So. Yeah, I work condoms.
Right.
Like, I'm saying, like, yes, things happen though, but yeah, you keep it,
Yeah. Levi is like fielding a lot of questions and concerns. Y'all be able to bang with to have body counts over 50. I don't know. I never asked. You know what? I asked one time. And
I don't know.
I remember I was talking to one person. She was like, she's at 25 and she was very young.
So that means 75.
Yeah, she was a little bit of a hoe. But usually, no, I don't ask. You're not going to get the right answer anyway. How many I have? I don't know. I didn't count. I'm not bragging. No, I'm not bragging. It's not humble brag. I literally just don't know.
Yeah, I can't answer that.
Is that bad? See, if a woman can't answer, then it's like bad. But a man's like, yeah, but
listen, I'll keep it a buck. I was a whore. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't care. I am who I am. Don't care if you like it or not. I wasn't the most like I was safe, but like, yeah, like I was young. I was single. I didn't get married till I was 35.
Yeah.
So I didn't get married till I was 35, guys, right? And then after 35, I was single for about a year and then met Madison. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. But you know, you can have fun and be smart. That's what I would say. So
yeah, and you know, relationships, and then you kind of learn this when you get older. At least you should be learning that commitments are important. You want to make sure you're doing that and understand consequences, right? Not saying you want to not ever do anything wrong, but realize when you do something wrong, don't try to point, well, I didn't do this or she didn't do that for me. Nah, take the L. And if you get caught, she wants to leave, take the L. Like, what are you gonna do? Because I know there's some people that cheated and try to get back together, but then that's another host of, does your partner will ever trust you again? Will they throw it back in your face when it has nothing to do with the argument you guys are having currently? It's difficult. But yeah, it's a difficult. I mean,
I've learned, like, I wouldn't act now how I acted when I was younger because I know better. And also the importance of things has shifted in my life. Right. So what I find important on a Friday night is completely different than when I was 25 years old. And as it should be, because I've evolved and, I like to still have fun, but my fun now is different. Right. So it's not that it's better or worse. It's just different. There's levels to growing up and having certain things and valuing certain things. And, there's nothing wrong with having a good time and whatever, as long as you're respectful of yourself and the person you're with, ain't nothing wrong with it in my book. Because, you learn from whatever, but I think we're kidding ourselves if we don't all think about sex a lot, and desires and passions and things like that. And hypothetical, am I out there trying to chase strange right now at 41? Absolutely not. But if somebody knocks on my door,
don't bring it.
Okay, come on. You can't blame me for having intrigue. I think
don't bring it to my house.
Don't bring it to my house.
And Lee's right. Hoes are hoes, male or female. I think the last song on J. Cole's album, his last album, he's like, I stopped hoeing 6 years ago. Like, he stopped. Like, I guess it's probably of a stance. Like, hey, I'm done. I've done my time. I've been out there. It's not much how much different types of experiences you could probably have. Casual sex is fun, but at the same time, it's not the same as committed situation. Yes. So it's all true. It's all true. And you know what? Bobby always comes with a really good comment towards the end. Getting one night stands doesn't interest me. I need yes, exactly, Bobby. Listen, when I get some, and if you're interested, we'll talk about it with me, because that's what I'm gonna be doing to keep myself going. Human growth hormone. Like,
I would never, bro.
Well, one of these days we may start this show, and then I might jump into the StreamYard. You're like, damn, you look swole. Probably take up the entire screen.
I hope that never happens.
So Pedro.
Hannibal shows up. He's got no shirt. He's just like cock diesel in this motherfucker. Like,
my neck is gone. Like, welcome to the Pedro Hannibal show. You know why am I doing this shit? I'm
gonna exit out of that podcast immediately if Hannibal starts doing that.
Oh man. All right, man. It's been a really fun one. Next week. What's going on next week?
Yeah, I guess we do Monday. We just do Monday. We got the Christmas coming up, right? Or whatever y'all celebrate. And then Christmas is Sunday, and then we got Monday. So I guess we'll go Monday.
Yeah, so the day after Christmas, Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa. I'm sure you know all about Kwanzaa, Pedro. You'll give us a full breakdown on the first day.
Yes, I will be celebrating Kwanzaa this year, and we will go live on Kwanzaa.
Also, we got some end of the year talk. Our favorite rap albums of the year. Yes. We already know what Pedro's answer is, but maybe he'll flip it on us. Maybe he'll let us know like the best.
Listen, don't say maybe. I mean, I got my opinion. It's entitled. If you want to have a mid album of the year, then that's up to you. If you want to say Pusha T, then I'm gonna be like, all right, hold up.
How dare you? Mid. How dare you? But we're gonna break that down. So yeah, enjoy Christmas if you do celebrate it. Be safe out there, be respectful, and be patient with delivery drivers. They're stressed the hell out.
Yes.
Your retail stores, basically any person that's selling something,
Be patient.
be nice. Yeah, wait a while. Don't get mad if you're on a long line. They're stressed. They're stressed the F out.
You got to know that if you're going out, that's the time you chose that life. Okay. So if you're not prepared at this point, don't be grumpy in line because the line's long or they're out of something. Tomorrow's Thursday. Christmas is on Sunday. You got what you got. So be chill. Let's talk about Nova Dash's comment real quick.
Which one?
He says, this was a good live. I learned way too much about people in the chat. That's that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
You learned enough. You learned what you needed to learn. That was anal talk earlier. We didn't talk about that later.
Everybody's got butts. It's all good. We're all good.
Frames over resolution said, good show, guys. This was my first one. I will be coming back for more.
Nice. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Yes.
Thank you for coming in. It was a really good turnout, guys. Happy holidays. Hit the like, subscribe, channels. I see, a few more people coming in every day. It makes me very happy. I know it makes Pedro happy. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. And on that note, enjoy your holidays, enjoy your weekend. We'll be back here on Monday. Peace.
Peace.